Hello, hello, hello. I want to say what's up, everybody. It is nighttime right now. You probably gonna see this video in the morning. But guys, I want to let you know that I wanted to come and drop some fire because Dave Jose once again comes with the P caps, the N wraps, the kneecaps, and everything else. No cap. Look, y'all. We got my man's Nick Moseder and Professor Clements once again busted working together, guys, to try to set a brother up. And it's funny because we realize that Moseder comes and he tries to make Clements the head honcho and says that he wants him to be the big Indian chief, and all the Indians or whatever, the rest of us peons, we got to lay down before Clements and he's the god of everything. Some of the other people out in the movement jumped on Nick for that. Like, Nick, what the heck are you talking about? But anyway, guys, I have groups, guys, and I've dealt with a lot of trolls in my life. I dealt with a lot of agents who try to come and spoil what the people are doing, and I'm very good at peeping them out. And God has blessed me with somewhat of a photographic memory and a very good auditory memory. So you guys can tell I remember a lot, and y'all know I like to come with them PCAPs. So one thing that agents like to do, guys, is they like to take snapshots of partial conversations. They like to come and ask you what you think about people. They like to tell you things like, briefly tell me what your problem is, tell me who you don't like, tell me this, tell me that. And they're using it, guys, for later screen capture. Now, guys, I've been dealing in the world of fighting these dirty dogs for a long time, so I usually catch them right away. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when Professor Clements and Nick sends a troll into my group. And it's funny because I deal with thousands of people. A lot of times people don't understand why I do things a certain way and why I respond the way that I do, why I talk the way that I do. But you guys are going to be able to get a glimpse of what it is that's really going on. The first thing that I'm going to do is show you the message from Nick Moseder trying to act like I'm telling someone to record his call to go after him. Now, the thing is, guys, I do want this person to say something to him, but what I'm really doing is returning the troll back to him by switching up the conversation, flipping a script on her, and getting her to go back to Nick Moseder. Now, I realize that these people, either Nick or Clements or somebody connected to them, was sending this agent out to do some dirty business. So when the person first started speaking to try to get some drama out of my mouth, I realized exactly where she was going. You'll see I quickly turned the tables and started asking questions that are uncomfortable to a troll. Because a troll needs to get snapshots of you saying things that look bad so they could take it to the other people to smear you. Well, what I did was is start to ask questions that would make her have to tell everybody where her heart was and where she stood. And the questions that I ask, if you say no, you wouldn't do this, it would show that you're a clown. So, guys, with no further ado, let's just go and see Miss Sarah Justice coming trying to act like a troll in the group, sent by Clements and Nick Moseder. And I want to let you guys see how real minds think and how we play chess and not freaking checkers, right? We're 30 steps ahead of this girl and what she tries to pull, and you're going to see it. And now is going to bite Nick Moseder in the butt. Nick, you thought you were playing and you thought you were coming with some fire. Nick is about to get turned up 100 degrees on you, bro. So get ready, because it's coming and you ain't running. I don't think you're ready for this, Nick, but we're going to drop that fire on you. Let's go. Okay, so here's the message that Nick sends out. It says, you see he blocks out the date on purpose. Cool, can you record calling them too? And he's trying to show us me. You know, we got to keep evidence and the PCAPs. Now, he tries to cover up the person's name, but I have a very good photographic memory. I know that's a woman named Sarah Justice. Calling who? Right? David Jose. Because people be listing the PCAPs. Bannon, contact Moseder. So guys, I really understand where she's going, but let me show you the whole picture. Because what's happening is they cut out the date because they don't want people to know when it happened. They show my face because they want to give a little bit of the information, but they don't want to give the real smoke, because if they tell the whole truth, it'll blow their back out and show they're working together for some dirty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the woman is under the name Sarah Justice, which is probably a fake profile. And I caught her slipping immediately, guys. I knew exactly what the freak she was doing. But Nick Moseder wants to be a clown and doesn't want to tell the whole story. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all the whole PCAP, the whole MRAP and kneecap. And I'm going to show y'all everything. And we're going to drop it off like it's hot. And let Nick Moseder land on that sword that he wanted to land on. He wanted to bring it a little bit, but he wasn't ready to bring it all the way. So we're going to go ahead and deal with this. So now let's look at how he presented it. Nick Moseder, 12,715 subscribers. Can someone please tell Dave Jose to stop trying to have his cult members, remember that's what Professor said, set me up on recorded calls? It's a very bizarre thing to do and I want no part of it. Thanks. Now guys, is that really how this thing went? Or is Nick trying to run some game? Nick, come on, bro. Okay, guys, so here's a woman who pops up in my group. Her name is Sarah Justice. Dave, what's the deal with Clements? Now, immediately, guys, I recognize I've never seen this woman before out of the thousands of people I deal with. Do they think they're sneaking something past me? Look what I say to her. Not sure. You seem to be a new thumbnail. That's her picture. Can you ask him to tell us who the secret agents are that he saw at Lindell's? Now notice I'm asking her about Lindell's event. I say, and tell us their names and give us a snapshot so the people can see them. So I'm asking her to ask Clements who it is that were the dirty agents, not Nick. But I know Nick knows him, so let's go deeper. Now notice, guys, I'm onto her right away. I talked about her thumbnail, her picture, so I knew she was someone new and she never posted there. She said, I am new. What's a thumbnail? Sorry, I'm not savvy with this stuff. She's trying to hide that she's an agent sneaking into my group. I watch your videos on YouTube and saw you mentioning him. Is he not to be trusted? So what they're doing, guys, is trying to set me up in the group, asking me who should I trust or not, so they can go back and report it and put it in snapshots to come against me. She thinks I'm dumb, but watch what I do. So now she said, I say, have you posted here before? I said, post. Have you posted here before? I don't think so. I joined a few weeks back. I realized she's lying. Watch what I say to her. So you never posted, but your first entrance was Clements, who you watch on War Room. Who said that he knows there were a couple of agents disturbing them at the symposium? So I'm explaining how he was on the War Room already telling about the agents. Now somebody else at the bottom notices that I caught her. So they say, dang, David, look at you. I got to pay attention. They realize she's busted. Now this is where it gets funny. At the top, I'm saying photographic memory to an extent tells you who you've seen before. Gotcha. Awesome. Who added you? She said, I don't know. I've been here for a while. She's lying. Oh, and if you saw agents attacking the country and the people are around, she says, sorry, I'm not sure what's going on. LOL. I said, would you tell who they are to everyone? Or would you say it happened but not tell? You asked a question about a guy. I'm just talking about you like a normal person. So what I'm doing is I flipped the script on her. I realize she's coming as an agent to get into my group to get me to say something bad about Clements or somebody else. So I say, ma'am, let me ask you a question. Because I realize with my photographic memory that you've never been here before and this is your first time posting. I haven't seen you. Now I'm going to let you know I know what you are. Now I'm going to ask you, ma'am, if you saw somebody who was attacking the nation, who were agents at the symposium, would you tell everybody or would you keep it a secret? Now what happens, guys, is her cover is blown, but she don't realize it. I realize what she's doing right away and that they're trying to make something to use for later. So I ask her a question that makes her totally uncomfortable because I realize she's an agent working for them. Now I'm going to ask her questions about their behavior to prove to everybody that if she says it's okay, she's a fraud. And if she doesn't say anything, I'm going to use it later. And I am. So now I say, I want to know who they are so we can save the nation and fight. She says, how can we ask him? Why isn't he telling us who they are? We're talking about Clements. Is that how Nick presented this to y'all? This is what I say, I like to party. I'm not that smart, ma'am. He has groups and he is on all the big channels, Behizzy, Nick, Moseder. They are all super cool. So I'm trying to get her to talk and tell me what's really going on. And I'm talking about Clements, not Nick. But I say you can get access to him by all of them. But is that how Nick presented this, y'all? Or did Nick say that I'm trying to go undercover and send people to record his conversations? Nice try, Nick. But we ain't done yet. So now she says, I watch War Room and he is always on there. Then heard what you said about Clements. Who can we trust these days? All this stuff is shocking and wearing on me. My anxiety is through the roof. She almost sounds like Nick. So sick of all the traitors. I said, if you don't want anxiety and to save the nation, it would be good for us all to know who the agents hurting us are, right? She says, absolutely. I said, like if there is a traitor, we should know, right? She said, yes. I said, gotcha. Well, Clemens knows of 2 agents destroying the event. I made a mistake and said them event. So guys, right here, I've turned it around on her and I'm making her tell, but I realize she's an agent. I realize she's coming in for Clements and other people. So guys, I'm addressing what's going on and telling her to ask Clements what's really happening. Now let's not forget that Nick says that he wants Clement to be the chief and all the little Indians there, all the rest of us to follow him. So Nick is being used for Satan's work because Nick knows very well what's happening here. He made sure he cut out the message to hide what really happened. But I got them PCAPs and it's time to play ball. So notice she tries to play it off like me, like am I asking her? I said, yes. As you were asking, it would be a noble thing for the people. I've never seen you post here before, and you are new. I thought you maybe were an action taker. Like you're here to take action in my action group. Really, I know you're an agent, but let's get you to work if you want to come in here and you want to act silly. So I say that you may want to get the truth out or something. Do you want the truth to come out, lady, or are you just an agent? Watch this. I'm sorry, I think you may have the wrong person or I may at the wrong place at the wrong time, LOL. She's so nervous she realized she caught. I wouldn't believe there would be any other reasons. I've never seen you before. So I'm putting it out there that I've never seen you before. I keep saying and letting her know that I realize that something is wrong, but this is her chance to get the truth out to the world and she wants to protect the people, right? You want to stand up and fight for the people, right? That's why you're in this group. But really she's here as an agent trying to make up a false scheme or a false thing to go after Dave Jose. But that didn't work out very well. So let's continue to look at what she says. Now I saved this one. This is the post before last because it was important for me to show you what they tried to manipulate. So notice I said Moseder and all these other names of news people. Now I'm going to let you see what I said at the top, 1254. They are news guys. Maybe they can ask him the real questions for all of us regular people. This was not me trying to get Nick recorded, but nice try, Nick. I think the people knowing of pertinent facts, as Kennedy said, is key. Why did they hide that part? Now, notice what I said. Can you help us get him to tell us, talking about Clements, or the guys to do an emergency interview? So I wanted the guys to interview. I said, let the bag out of the car. I meant to say cat. I'm saying it backwards on purpose. Then I mean cat out of the bag. Letting her know, I see this backward situation you're running. She says, me? I said, yeah, as you were asking, it would be a noble thing for the people. So really what happened, guys, is I said, can you get everybody, all these news guys, to do a emergency interview on Professor Clements so he can tell us who the agents were? They erased out all the other names and says, can you contact Moseder after Bannon, right? And that's it. Now, she doesn't show that I was talking about all the news guys come together and get this thing on the air and interview and record so we can all see who the 2 agents were hurting the movement. Nick tries to make it look like that I'm using his agent that he sent against me. Isn't that funny, y'all? So as you guys see, once again, Professor Clements' dirty dog tries to use an agent in order to set me up. We see Nick Moseder cutting out, manipulating evidence. That's not a good prosecutor, y'all. That's why Clements and Frank are not showing y'all the real information about the PCAPs. They're dirty. He was a prosecutor. He knows better than to allow manipulated evidence to come out. So if you're going to send a freaking agent, at least tell the truth about the exculpatory evidence. And then he uses Nick Moseder. Nick missing the mark Moseder, who just tried to set me up off some bull and gets clowned and embarrassed because he's foolish trying to work with a guy who seems to be a Masonic puppet. Nick, the next time you try to set me up, bro, you got to do a whole lot better. Clements, the next time you set me up, do a whole lot better. We saw your agent from the beginning. I recognized what it was, called it out, and sent them right back to you, packaged up in nice toilet paper. Sarah Justice, you can stay in the group for now and report whatever else you want to, because you don't seem that bright either. So, guys, the next time you try to erase her name out, remember that somebody who has a very good photographic memory can see the outline of the whole picture and catch on to exactly what happened, who it is, what their name is, even if you scrub it out. So don't try to play, right? We know what you guys are doing. Y'all trying to tear down the movement. You're trying to destroy everything. You're trying to do a clap forward video and fooled around and got clapped back. So here it is, y'all. More PCAPs, real evidence. Nick Moseder and freaking Clementine Masonic clown trying to come together to bring some smoke and couldn't even really do a good job. He's probably also lying to you guys about the Perkins Coie attorneys. They're probably coming to him at this time just like the photo op with Trump, the photo op with other people, the photo op with Lynn Wood. This is what Masons do. When it's time for them to get in trouble, they do different things in order to get sympathy from people, to try to win the people's heart with emotion. And they just tried to lie to y'all and tried to pull a fast one. But they got stopped again because God is good and them PCAPs are coming hot, baby. Let's go. Dave Jose, rolling with the people, dropping fire, all the smoke, any day of the week. Come get some.